Aimee is in the studio with us today, and Aimee from the Dolman, who's getting very excited on so many different levels.
Too many. There's too much going on.
So baby's about to be born at any moment, really.
Literally, I could drop any minute.
So,
I won't go here, I promise.
No, please don't. I won't know what to do. I'll scream and run around in circles. But you got your Halloween top on, which is like makes you sort of pumpkin-like, which is very appropriate, isn't it?
Really, it is. And I'm sat in an orange chair. I'm feeling all the autumn vibes here today. I'm loving it.
But of course, what you're really in for today is to talk about your show that's coming up at the Dolman in a couple of weeks, which is 9
to 5, the musical.
I'm so excited for this.
Are you? I'm so glad.
Well, I do have a ticket to come and see it, as do the girls, most of the girls in the crew here. So we're coming en masse.
Girly night.
Yeah.
Which night are you coming?
We're coming on the Thursday, which is
Amazing.
opening night.
Yeah. Big night.
So what do you, when you do one of these shows, do you prefer the opening night, the closing night, in between? Which is your favourite?
I think opening night. So when we did Bad Girls, obviously we did Bad Girls in January, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And opening night was like tense because we were all a bit like, oh my God, because we have the NODA reps that come in. So they're the people who like review, they do award ceremonies. So like, because we knew they were in, we were all a bit like, oh my God. And it was our first show. So we were like, opening night, oh my God, this is huge. And then you kind of start to calm down. So like by Friday, little things were going wrong, we just laughing at. And then Saturday night, I think, was probably my favourite because there was like lines were messed or people were ad-libbing, and I love, like my guys will tell you, I love an ad-lib. And there was like just so many things that we were laughing about, and you end up breaking character a bit, but then the audience they were amazing because they were laughing back with us, because obviously they could see like something had gone wrong. So I really don't know. They're
all so different, aren't they?
The whole week, because obviously we're there Sunday to Saturday with like rehearsals, tech rehearsals, dress rehearsals, band rehearsals.
Did you know that you were going to be doing 9 to 5 before you'd finished Bad Girls? Was that like in the pipeline?
So,
or what?
So my dream show is The Wedding Singer. Mm-hmm. I've loved that show for years, and I only ever wanted to put it on. And I was like, my guys were excited. We'd announced to the cast, we had it in the programme for Bad Girls. We were like, September, we're going to be doing we're going to be doing Wedding Singer. And we were all so excited. And then we did Bad Girls. There's a riot scene, and one of the prison officers, he's actually playing the lead in 9 to 5 now. I don't know why, because he hurt me, but we had a riot scene, and me and him were rioting. Like, obviously he was a police officer, I was a prisoner. We were rioting, and I don't even know what happened, but you choreographing a riot is a hard thing to do, and like making sure you do the same thing every time is really difficult.
It could be quite dangerous, couldn't it?
Yeah. And we had to make sure we were like so far back from the curtain dropping, because it was the end of that one. So the curtain like basically ends the riot. We roll on the floor in the dark, rolling around. There's like lights flashing, sirens blaring, people screaming, and it is like such a good end of an act one. But Ryan just slipped me the wrong way, and then I couldn't walk for a week. So this was in like the tech or dress rehearsal, and I couldn't walk for the week. So my whole character for Bad Girls had a limp, and people thought it was just my character, and I was like, no, I genuinely, my foot, there's something wrong. It was so bruised, it was so swollen, and I had to wear big Timberland boots. So I had backstage guys strapping my foot up, and I was like hobbling on, like doing my scenes, and I was in agony. I couldn't put any weight on it. I was gutted. Still, 3 weeks after the show, I was like, it's still hurting. I'm going to have to go and like get this scene. I went to Ystrad Mynach Hospital. Before they put me in the x-ray thing, they were like, is there any chance you could be pregnant? Oh, like all those questions. No. Did the x-ray anyway. I'd like chipped like the bone on the top of the foot, so had it all like bandaged up, splint and everything, went home, whatever. And then I sat there and I was, what day is it? Because obviously January, I have January off from my job, from my singing. So I'd obviously gone from doing all this Christmas work to a week in the Dolman. That took over my life, a week getting over the show, because I was like distraught that, we had to wait for more rehearsals. And then being in such pain with my foot that I was just kind of like, where are we? Realised we were in early February at this point, and I was like, so obviously did pregnancy test, having my third baby, went for the scan, and they were like, oh yeah, you're due the 1st of October. That's a week from opening night for Wedding Singer. So I pulled the production team together and the committee, and I said, look guys, I've waited at least 15 years to do Wedding Singer again in the Dolman. it's not going on without me. I won't be able to choreograph it the way I want. I can't really dance. I have been, which has been fun to watch 9 to 5 rehearsals, but the way that I wanted, the way that I envisioned Wedding Singer in my head, it couldn't have been done heavily pregnant. Obviously, Willie, getting up to the near enough the opening night, and I'm huge. So I said, look, I don't want to do it. I want to save this for when I'm back, when I'm healthy, when I've recovered, and I can put 1,001% into it. So we basically put a vote out to our cast, and we don't normally do that. Normally, like in other companies I've been in, the committee decide the show or the production team decide the show, and you don't get a say in it. But I put it out to my cast. I was like, right, guys, I've got a form. Let's have a look at what shows interest you. And out of like 28 members that voted, I think 26 of them picked 9 to 5. So I was like, right, we'll go with this one then. I didn't know anything about the show. We just called the licensing people. We explained that we're going to push back Wedding Singer to next year, and can we do 9 to 5 instead? And they were like, yeah, no one's doing it in the area. That's fine. Give us the rights and everything. And then the audition process was chaos. We had like 40 people apply to audition to join or audition for parts, and I cried.
That's really hard though, isn't it?
I cried through the whole audition process because I almost felt like I could have cast it twice. With like my people that have been with me since day one, and new people that came in. And we had like, honestly, Newport is, you can see why the Dolman is producing so many shows, because the talent pool in Newport is absolutely insane. The other theatre companies that are in Newport, the talent it's just mad. Like, I've been to watch a few shows in the Dolman this year, and it's crazy. So my mum was on one side because she's on audition panel. Obviously, she's my treasurer. And then Jordan, who's the co-founder, was next to me. And then Jay, our MD. And I was just thinking, I don't know how I'm going to cast this. Because I genuinely I could have him, but I could also have him. I could have her, but I also like her. And it was really hard, really hard. We deliberated for a while, but I'm one of these that I need to know where we're going. I need to know what we're doing. So like, our cast was announced the same night. We managed to all collectively agree.
Good. And
then the cast went out the same night. And we had like a brand new lead who auditioned from another company for the lead role, and I was just phenomenal. Like, we couldn't have picked a better lead. So it was having new people coming in then and people leaving. And what I've learned is it's very much like a revolving door, musical theatre, because a lot of people will go. If it's not the show they like, or it's not the right time for them, they'll go. But then you get an influx of people, and then people who've left will come back. So it's fun. It keeps me on my toes, mind. I think they're all going to send me into labour, but they're just an amazing bunch. And so we changed the show, got it cast, got it done,
and it's nearly ready now.
It's ready. They're rehearsing now. They're just doing full runs. So it's been ready for a while. There's just tweaking, and my girls laugh because they've built, the 3 leads have built such a bond that if something goes wrong, they all fall apart.
I can imagine, because in the original show, they're 3 women who are so supportive of each other, and there is that bond. So and that's been quite easy to recreate, has it?
Yeah, it has, because these girls have never worked together before. Cassia and Molly did Bad Girls with me, but like their characters never really linked. Whereas now with this one, they're together all the time. They're pretty much never off stage. And there's been a couple of rehearsals where one of the 3 girls has been missing, and I've had to step in, and I'm literally like running around thinking, you're never off stage. You're always on stage. But they've got such a bond, and I think because of the storyline as well, and what brings them together, towards the end of the first half, you start to see them really gelling. And then the second half, they're just a force to be reckoned with.
That kind of brings me to this question then. If anybody isn't aware of what the storyline of this is, tell us what 9 to 5 is about.
So 9 to 5 is set in the late 1970s, and it's basically a company, it's an office building called Consolidated Industries. It's very male heavy. CEO is male. Everyone who gets promoted is male. Everyone who's on more money is male. So it's very much old school. It's old boys club. That's mentioned quite a few times. Old boys club. They have their CEO, which is Franklin Hart, which is played by Ryan. He's fantastic. He's a bit smarmy. He absolutely loves Dorothy, which is the Dolly Parton character. But he is married, so it's very much he's not a perv, but he's just one of them office men that's just a bit too.
I remember them well.
Yeah, a bit too flirtatious, shall we say. And basically he's not very nice to the women in the office, and the Violet, who is the actual lead of the show, she is waiting to be promoted. She wants to be the first CEO of this company, like the first female CEO of this company, but he treats her like garbage. He promotes people that she's trained, like men that she's trained. She's never had a pay rise. She's been waiting for this promotion, and all she ever does is make him tea and coffee. He's just constantly asking for coffee. And then one day she makes him a cup of coffee, and the sugar box is very similar to the rat poison. And she's unaware of which one she's put in the coffee. So they think they've poisoned him, and it goes a little bit downhill from there, I gotta be honest, because they panic. Obviously they're like, oh my god, we've killed him. And he's got like a sneaky little sidekick called Roz, and Ruth, who's playing her, is just phenomenal. That part is just perfect for her, and she lets him know. She's one of them that hides in the bathroom listening to the gossip. And they basically have to find a way to like get him to not grass on them, but also get her to be far, far away. So they send her on a trip, and then they basically tie Hart up until they can find something they can use against him as sort of like a blackmail scenario. Yeah. But while he's away, the three girls take control of the office. So they change everything. They change the rules. They change how long the lunch breaks are. Yeah. They bring in like childcare. So they basically run this office without anyone knowing, because they're signing Hart's name on all these memos. And people are just thinking, oh, our boss is saying we can have an extra half an hour for lunch, or we can have an early finish.
So it's a good fun.
It's so fun. The music is incredibly hard for the band. I feel sorry for my MD, because some days I feel like his fingers are going to fall off. It's been incredibly difficult to work the choreo with like the music. And when you normally choreograph something, and I've been teaching dance for years, you sort of choreograph to like a beat, or like the lyrics, or like you're following something. Nothing matches in 9 to 5. 1 minute where you find a beat and you think, I can choreograph there, then they start talking, there's lib, so you're like, right, there's nothing I can do here. So it's been a challenging one, especially with growing a baby as well. However, my 6-year-old has been to nearly every rehearsal and is ready. He's on standby. He can take on any lead. So he's like our main swing at the moment. He's playing all the parts at home and he's learning all the dances. So if I forget a dance, he's like, Mum, this is what you did. Oh, but we had to introduce...
Brilliant. What's his name?
Hunter,
well done, mate.
Oh, mate, honest to God, he knows the script backwards. It's crazy. And he has the accent, like the Texan accent for the Dora Lee character. He has it all. Like he's ready to go on.
I wish I had the memory of a child, honestly. They just don't miss anything, do they?
He is amazing. And I just watch him, I think he's going to be in theatre. He'll end up like his mum, thank God. If I can get him off K-pop Demon Hunters. But he'll be listening to this, so he'll be buzzing I mentioned him. But yeah, he's definitely into theatre. But it's difficult to choreograph a show like this where technically the music is all over the place, but the songs are amazing. Like end of Act 1, I just the goosebumps I get like listening to my guys singing and belting their hearts out, and the storyline and what they're singing about, the words they're singing. It's just amazing.
So it's a definite feel-good show, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. 100%. In the beginning, I was a bit, I don't know it. I've never heard of it. When we finished blocking it, I did that genuinely look right at the cast and I was like, I don't get it. Because Dolly is in the show. There's like projections of her. She like basically wraps up the show. But I was like, it's over so quickly. But I think it's because you're just getting into the storyline. You're just getting into like, what are they going to do next? What are they going to do? And then it finishes. So I think it is such a feel-good show, and you'll have the songs in your head and you'll be tapping your feet away. It's going to be amazing.
Be leaving the theatre singing.
The opening number and the closing number is 9 to 5. It's Dolly's song, it's Dolly's show. So you will go away singing 9 to 5 consistently, because that's all that's played in my house as well. But yeah, it's as soon as you get to a point where you're like, come on girls, what are you going to do now? It finishes. The girls win as they do. Of course. I've actually not seen the film, so I don't know if it's anything like the film. There's more singing, there's more dancing, but yeah, the cast have really pulled it together. We introduced a dance captain for this show as well, Caris, and she's been amazing. So I've literally every rehearsal said, look, I'm going to teach this once. I reckon I can summon up the energy to do this once, and then you're gonna have to remember it. And to be fair, she's been spot on, because there's cowgirl dances. So obviously with this huge watermelon, I'm like,
you can't be doing that, can you?
I'm trying to like giddy up, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't lift my legs off the floor. So it's been an amazing help. But yeah, I'm ready to. Hopefully, I make it to the week of the show, and I can actually see.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking that, going back to your question, I don't know which night I want to see more. I want to see opening night, because I want to see them shine, and I want to look at the reps' faces when they come to watch and do the review and be like, yeah, they really enjoyed it. But then I also kind of want to be at closing night to have that sort of celebration with them. I'm just hoping I can make it at least one of the days that week. We'll see. Yeah. And then it's straight on to the next. Yeah. Straight on.
We're going to be there. Me and the girls from Newport City Radio are going to be there on opening night. So we'll do a little review as well.
Yes. I just can't wait to look. I think with Bad Girls, like I was in it. I opened Connect because I wanted to perform again. And I didn't really know where I fit in the companies that were already going. And I was kind of like, me and Jordan had the idea to open our own. And I did it to perform. And in the beginning of this process, I was so gutted. And I was like, Aimee, in 9 months' time, you're going to have the most amazing gift ever, you know? And I love my kids. I love being a mum. So for me, that was everything as well. But I'm so excited to just sit back in the audience and look at people's reactions.
There's always an opportunity in the future. It's not like you'll never get the opportunity to do it again.
I'm back in the next show in March. So it's like not a problem. Do you know what I mean? But I'm so excited to sit back, not even watch them. Like, obviously, I love watching my guys perform, but like just seeing people's reactions, seeing like how people relate to the characters, or want each character to win.
I love this as an audience member. I always love to look around and see how people are reacting. It's a people watching thing, isn't it?
So I just finished doing work on the Welsh premiere of Great British Bake Off music, and I sat in the back for the finale. And when they close the show and they say and the winner of Great British Bake Off is, and everyone in the audience is like saying the names of people, like saying names of the characters they've met throughout the show. Yeah. Like, I hope it's Gemma, I hope it's here. And I love that.
You've done a good job then, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you've convinced them it's real.
Yeah, they genuinely fell in love with these characters. And like, I'm a bit biased. So my girl Cassia, who was playing Doralee, was also the lead in Bake Off. And she was just phenomenal. And she pulled the character off so well that when they said the winner is, everyone shouting her character name, like in the seats around me. And I was like, yeah, girl, you smashed it. And they want you to win. It was like, and I loved that. That was the first time as a director and like a producer that I sat back and was, look at the audience go. And then they did the bows. And I think it was like 250 people in on the Friday night, and everyone was stood up. The standing ovation that they got. And I was like, that's what it's all about. I love the performing. I love being on stage because that's me. That's who I am. But sitting back as a producer and seeing that, and I just know that 9 to 5 is going to get the same reaction.
Sure it will.
And so I can't wait to just be sat in the middle of the front row
with
my snacks.
With your snacks.
With my snacks. And potentially a baby strapped to me, it'd be fine. Or my bum. Yeah. But I just want to sit back, and then when my guys now in Connect get that standing ovation and the people cheering for them, and they want the girls to win, and I just know the girls are going to get the loudest cheer.
Did you have an actor in that called William Byrne in Bake Off?
Yes, I did. Yes.
He was in for a chat a few weeks ago with me. What a lovely guy. What a voice.
He's got a phenomenal voice. Yeah. He's got a phenomenal voice. Yeah, he was in Bake Off.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
He was very, very, his character was brilliant.
Because he was Paul Hollywood, wasn't he? Yes.
Yeah, and he played it so well. Because I've never seen Bake Off. The
no,
TV show. I've never watched it.
No, I've never watched it, but I've seen trailers for
like,
it, so
I've seen clips
of it.
Yeah. But so Jay, my MD for Connect, he runs a company in Newbridge called Coda, and they got given the Welsh premiere of Great British Bake Off. So he invited me in to do some co-directing with him.
Do you think it helps to have seen an original, if taking on a project like you do, and you're going to direct, you're going to produce this piece of work, do you think it's helpful or not to have seen a production of it before? Or do you think it's great for you creatively to just work it out?
Yeah. So with 9 to 5, there was a lot of footage online. Like there's a lot of like bootlegs and West End versions and stuff that you can have a look at how they've set it. But ultimately, creatively, it may be different for your set. Like obviously we've hired a set in, so whereas they may do things on one side, we've got to do things on the other and things like that. But when you're looking at, right, how did they choreograph, or how did they do this scene, or how did they do, and you can have inspiration, not outright copy,
because you don't want to copy it, really.
No,
you want
your
unique,
work to be your work.
Yeah.
So you can get inspiration. However, so obviously Connect's next production is the Welsh premiere of The Band, which is the Take That musical. Yes. So the rights were released at the beginning of the year for amateur. We're going to be in March, the first company in Wales to do it.
That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it?
Yes.
How's that going to work? I mean, what's it going to be like? Because I can imagine lots of music in that.
It's all Take That, so I'm hoping it's going to sell. I'm hoping everyone loves Take That, and they're going to come. So
is it the story of Take That, or
no.
is it like
it's based off the
Mamma
film.
Mia, where it's like a story wrapped around?
So it's based off the film.
Music.
I think the film is called Greatest Days, and then the original musical was called The Greatest Days, then it changed to The Band. So basically it's 5 girls in school, high school, and it's like in the 90s when Take That came out. They're not called Take That in the show, but when this boy band were a big thing, and something happens in the friendship group and they basically go separate ways. And then 15 years later, because it's supposed to be 20, but my girls are like 18 and I'm 33 and I'm playing one of the older versions, so we're going to say 15 years later.
That works.
Yeah, they meet up for a reunion tour. So like, I'm going to see 5 in a few weeks' time as a reunion tour. So basically, as if Take That were doing a reunion tour, they go to Prague and they reconnect after 15 years. The story is about the girls. The story is about their childhood and how they were so close, the tragedy they went through, and then who they are as adults and how this tragedy shaped them as adults.
Okay.
It's amazing. The film, I sobbed all the way through. However, because it's only just been released for amateur, there is nothing online.
No.
There's no set to hire in, so I've got to build my set. Me and Jay will be building the set.
So
but
is that a very big challenge? How do you regard that? Do you wish that there was something for you to see, or are you happy that you've got this complete blank canvas?
Yeah, I think if I'd gone to watch it when it was professionally done, you would understand the story a bit more. You would know what the songs sound like. I would know how to start choreographing, because the biggest thing for me right now is, do I choreograph the whole of Relight My Fire to the way they Take That sing it, or is it different in the show? Is there speaking? Is there lines? So even sat there now at home where I've got the script, even reading the script, and I'm like, okay, but I still can't hear the music. So until we get into rehearsals, that will be the first time I will know how the songs go. So it's going to be a huge challenge, because I've got to rely heavily on my MD, my musical director. I've got to rely heavily on Jay to show me how the songs go. Chances are 5 out of 12 songs may be exactly like Take That's version, which means you've got a springboard. But when there's nothing, there's no soundtrack on Spotify, YouTube, anything. So we genuinely don't know how these songs are going to sound. All we've been told is they're Take That songs. And that's not helpful. So doing a Welsh premiere,
so when will you
like
know then?
that,
When will you have those songs?
not until closer to the rehearsal process.
Gosh, that is quite worrying then, really, isn't it?
It is, because then I've got to listen to it and think, right, what can I do now? But yeah, taking on a Welsh prem, and especially like Great British Bake Off as well. I know Jay was the same. Luckily, there is a cast recording of when it was in London. So he was very lucky that they kind of knew how the music was going to sound. Whereas with the band, I'm literally starting with nothing. A script. And I've got to build it from there. So there's no set to hire, because obviously no companies have done it yet.
Well, you love a challenge.
We're winging this one. Yeah.
You love a challenge. And winging it works, I think.
Get through it. It'll be amazing. It'll sell.
Yeah.
Because it's Take That.
I think it will. I think that'll be popular.
And then I get to do Wedding Singer, which is my dream show.
Yeah.
So
when Wedding Singer will be
in a year's time, yeah.
So this
same
time
week as
year.
9 to 5, but in a year.
Right.
So I've got
you do 2 a year then, don't you?
In Connect you do 2 a year, but obviously I've just taken on Coda as well, and they've just been given the rights for Dear Evan Hansen. So I've got 2 huge shows next year, and then my dream show, which obviously I'm so excited for. And my mum rang me last night and was like, I don't know how you're going to find the time. And I'm like, I'll find find it.
But you will.
With a full-time job and 3 kids, it'll be absolutely fine.
You will, because you're that kind of person.
Oh,
a busy
100 miles
person
an
can
hour.
always find a little bit more time. Don't give an important job to somebody who isn't busy, because it'll never get done.
Oh, my mind is constantly doing overtime. I'm like, right, what do I need to think of for next week now? Obviously, we've just said goodbye to Bake Off, and I'm like, right, what have I got to do now for the show that's in 2 weeks' time? And I'm like, right, have we got typewriters? Right, I need to come on and speak to Kim at Newport City Radio, and I need to like make sure the Dolman know what I want from my lights, and make sure my backstage crew know what they're doing with the
Make sure
set.
the kids' lunches are done.
And at the same time, then I've got to get my 6-year-old to school. I've got a 2-year-old as well who is just finding her feet, and she's absolutely incredible.
Enjoy it while you're young enough and you've got the energy.
I'm 34 now. I'm done. No more kids for me.
This is peak for you. This is peak womanhood in your 30s. It's the best time of your life.
I have heard.
It is.
I have heard. Although a lot of my friends who are 40 have said 40s is quite good as well. So I'm holding out hope. But yeah, I'm ready to meet my daughter. Me and my partner are ready to like have our baby with us. But I'm also ready to have energy. I've got no iron. They keep sending me in for transfusions. I'm like, this is not working. I don't feel any better.
Do you know what they used to give us when I was pregnant with mine? The midwives used to recommend a bottle of Guinness a day. Yeah,
everyone's saying Guinness to me. I think I'm going to have to try and get some alcohol-free Guinness.
Yeah.
I can't stomach it, but I think I'm going to have to try. Because I don't feel no different.
You do get used to it. You get it is an acquired taste. But I drink Guinness now. I still drink. If I go in the pub, I drink Guinness. About Hunter, does he go to see the shows?
He does. We first up when we did like some fundraising concerts, and he was in the second one we did, and he just stole my heart every night. Like he had the matching like Connect t-shirt on, and his mini costumes. So with 9 to 5, he's fully telling everyone he's in it. He's telling people he's a lead as well. And I'm like, babe, ensemble at best. So I have made the promise that if I can make it to the Saturday night of the show, he will be allowed in it. I will get him the mini costumes, and I will let him go on for the ensemble numbers.
Oh,
and
good.
Do you know what? They love him. They just take him as Hunter. He
Part
can
of the
get
team.
under their feet, Kim. He's 6, and he's not always going, if they're going left, he's going right. He's not always perfect, but they just love him. So I said, if I can make it, there's only one dance he really loves doing. And I said, look, if I make it to the Saturday and I'm going, I'll bring you with me. But yeah, he comes to the rehearsals. He absolutely loves it.
So when you and Hunter are sitting there watching the show, which you said to me you're going to be doing and you're looking forward to that, and you mentioned you'll be sitting there with your snacks.
Yeah.
What kind of snacks are you and Hunter going to be having?
Oh my God, if he picks, it's going to be like £17 worth of popcorn, Haribo's, crisps, Pepsi Max. He'll have it all.
Of course.
But he loves it. He comes on a Wednesday with us to rehearsals. My mum doesn't work a Wednesday, so I spend the day with my mum on a Wednesday. And then we'll go to my house to have some food. And then on the way to rehearsals, then there's like a shop. And he'll always want to go in there. And he's like, oh, I'll have this. He's got his like pepperonis, his Lunchables. Honestly, as if he's going a full-on picnic. He's only going to a 3-hour rehearsal. And my mum will come out and she'd be like, it's just cost me £21 in there. It's just cost me £17 in there. And I'm like, I know, because he's mad. But that's his, like, his once a week where he goes into shop and he has free reign. Other times we go to Asda, he's like, can I have sweets? I'm like, yeah, one packet. Like, one thing. And he wants to do musical theatre.
Making memories, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm hoping next year that I can expand. I want to open a kids unit so we can do kids shows, so he can be involved. I want to open a dancing school to have, like, as my job.
You also need a couple of extra days in the week,
I don't want to go back to my full-time job. Not the singing, the teaching. Yeah. Towards the end of the summer term and like being pregnant, I just wasn't enjoying it. And I love being a teacher, but not in a school environment. I don't think it's for me anymore. I think now that I'm performing again,
nothing stays the same forever.
No.
And you do need to move on for everybody's benefit, because no matter what you're doing, you get stale after a while, don't you? And you just need to roll on a little bit.
Break from teaching schools and focus on like building a business with Connect and having that as my main sort of thing. I could be a stay-at-home mum all day when their dad's in work, and then in the evenings then I've got Connect Dance, Connect Fitness, Connect Kids, Connect Theatre.
You've got a good life, really, haven't you?
My life is amazing.
I can tell you love life because you're
genuinely
so enthusiastic.
Genuinely do. And I only get upset now because of how pregnant I am, and I'm like, I can't do that, and I can't join in with this, and I'm tired all the time.
But that's nearly over now, isn't it?
It's nearly over. Like, it's only a season. Yeah. And I'm like, as soon as this is done and she's out and I've recovered, it's back to 100 miles an hour. And I love my my life. I've got the best friends around me, the best family around me, supportive of everything I do, and no idea that I have is too crazy. Like I say to my partner, like, I don't want to teach in a school anymore, it's making me really unhappy. And he's like, okay, leave. And I'm like, okay, I want to open a kids dance class. He's like, okay, we'll find the room, we'll find a venue, you know, we'll build it up, we'll get your posters out there.
He sounds great.
He's amazing, the best dad, best partner ever. He's so supportive of everything I do. And yeah, you build, especially within theatre, you build your community. It's like I've got my Connect community now that, you know, some of the girls were at my baby shower, like they attend, like we go to each other's birthdays, you know, it's more than just the theatre that links us. And then obviously meeting all the guys at Coda as well and working on that, you build up a community. So now,
nice,
like,
isn't it?
You know, I've got people in Coda who would love to come and offer to help for 9 to 5, and my guys in Connect then will go and help Jay doing his shows up in Newbridge. So you do build your own community when you're within theatre, and I'm just lucky. I genuinely do love life.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
You wouldn't think of the amount of stress that
Well, we need some stress, because if we didn't have anything to stress about, we wouldn't have a life.
It's a bad day, not a bad life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's taken me a long time to learn that.
And you know what? You need bad days to appreciate the good days.
Yes, you really
If
do.
every day was good, you wouldn't know it's good.
No, you wouldn't.
Because you've got nothing to compare it with.
No.
So we do need bad days now and again.
I do enjoy my little life. I got lots going on. It keeps me busy. It keeps my mental health.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
So are you still taking on people who want to join?
We are. So our first rehearsal back is going to be the 8th of October. Okay. So I have a week's break. I'll give my guys a week's break. 8th of October will be like an open evening to get to know, like, myself, the production team. So myself as like director and choreographer, Jay as MD, then the committee, obviously, like, you know, my mum's class. I wouldn't be able to do without her. My treasurer, she handles all my money. I'm like, you do that and I'll do all the dancing. You just focus on the money and I'll do this bit over here. So yeah, my committee and everything. So meet us all. We'll have a read through of the script. We should have our scripts for the band by then. So we'll have a read through of the script. We'll have a look and see like how it sounds, how it feels.
How will people find out this information then?
So we've got a Facebook page, Connect Theatre.
Connect Theatre.
They can also message myself, Aimee Elizabeth, because this is my baby.
Yeah.
So if there's any questions, my number is connected to the Connect Theatre page, so the WhatsApps come to me, so I get to like have chat with you know, I've had a few messages this week when you're taking on new people and when's your audition and what processes. And so we'll have an open evening now on the 8th of October. People can come down to us. Currently we're in St John Baptist Church on Stowe Hill, just off on Stowe Hill.
Okay.
But they can come in, meet the cast and the crew, get a feel for us, and then we have their initiation into Connect. Probably me sitting there going, can you sing me a solo please? My favourite thing to do is ask people to sing for me. You know, I don't care if you can't sing. I don't care if you're not the best singer in the world. Connect is inclusive. There's no audition to get in.
Yeah.
I just like to hear people singing. So I'll make you sing to me, and then we'll be like, as long as you're happy to join, we're happy for you to join.
Yeah.
Come on into the crazy family. We're all a little bit
and ages
tough. 16 plus
16
at the moment.
Plus okay.
Yes.
Are you short of any particular age group?
We've got quite a mix.
Quite a good balance.
Yeah, we've got quite a good balance. But genuinely, if you love theatre, or you want to get into something like this, you want to build a community, you want to build friends, genuinely the door is open for anybody.
Okay, so
it's all inclusive.
And if people forgot the name Connect but they remembered the Dolman, could they get in touch with the Dolman? Would they redirect people to you?
Yeah. Just say, went to the Dolman, we saw 9 to 5, we can't remember the company that done it, but they were amazing, because obviously that's what people are going to say.
Yeah.
And they'll say, that's Connect Theatre, you need to speak to Aimee.
Good, there you go.
And Amy's the one that's 100 miles an hour. But anyone can join us.
What about getting tickets for this show then?
dolmantheatre.co.uk. Click on all shows. 9 to 5 is the next show in their lineup. So I believe the one that's on this week
one opens tonight, doesn't it? Yeah.
So as soon as the play this weekend is done, we'll be at the top of the page, and then when you go on dolman.co.uk, you'll see us there.
Just follow the directions.
Tickets are £13.
Bargain.
Cheap bargain, that is.
It is for a good night out.
£13. Show starts 7:15. Thursday to Saturday.
25th to the 27th of September.
Yes.
Fabulous.
And I may be there with like a kangaroo pouch and a child in it.
We hope you'll have a baby with you.
Or I may be still very pregnant. But either way, get a ticket. come and say hello.
Well, listen, I'm looking forward to the show because I will be there on opening night with my crew, and we'll be there singing. Are we allowed to sing, or do you frown on singing?
I mean, you could sing 9 to 5, but you may not know the other songs.
The others, okay.
Yeah, because they're all originals.
A lot of theatres now sort of don't really approve of you singing, because they sometimes do tell you not to sing, don't they?
Have you seen this new Hamilton thing? I'm obsessed with Hamilton at the moment, but it's been re-released to the cinema, and the owner have said, like, we want you to sing in the cinema, like it's a sing along, and there's a couple of theatres in America already kicking off because people are singing, and I'm like, wait till it comes to the UK, I will be front and centre singing along to every word.
Well, listen, best of luck with everything. Best of luck with the show. I will be there on opening night, as I said.
Yay.
And I know you've still got a lot to do, and you're rushing around to the Dolman in a few minutes to tidy up a few bits, aren't you?
Yes.
So,
never ending.
Okay, we'll try and
pack my hospital bags.
Yes, take
sort
a break
my kids
when you
out
can.
in case I have a baby. Hospital appointments coming up my backside. Yeah. And then still go to rehearsals tonight.
Right. Well, listen, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll have you in next time to talk about the band.
Yes.
Take that. Woohoo!
I cannot wait.
Me neither. Great.
It's going to be so good. Thank you so much.
All right then. All the best.
Cheers,
Break a leg, as they say.
Thank you.